Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're doing a sit down video today on my kitchen table, and it's been a while since I've done a video talking about my mental health and just kind of giving updates on what's going on and how I'm doing and how I'm feeling and all that kind of stuff. And I've gotten requests to do these videos too, and I've wanted to for the longest time, but life is just full of seasons. And if you're somebody who has struggled with any kind of mental illness, you know exactly what I'm saying. There's moments in your life where you just feel on top of the world and like you got everything under control, and you feel like you finally figured out whatever triggers you or whatever makes you upset or whatever, you know what I mean? You just have those moments where you're like, I got this, and the next day you're laying in your bed not able to move. That's depression. First off, I want to start off by saying I so appreciate your guys' support since I announced, wow, almost a year ago now, that I was struggling with postpartum depression to the point of suicidal thoughts. My son's over here crying. I need to get him something to eat really quick. Hold on. When I announced that I was struggling with suicidal thoughts, I felt like that was such a freedom for me to finally say it out loud. I had beat myself up for so many months thinking that I just wasn't worthy and that nobody would honestly care at all. He's eating macaroni and cheese and saying, after everything. That was such a relief to finally be able to talk about it to you guys and to finally like have that conversation. At that time in my life, it was definitely like one of the lowest points I've ever been at, ever. There was a lot going on, and some of the stuff that you guys don't really know about, but my marriage was in a really dark place. My self-esteem was probably the worst it's ever been. I've harbored a ton of like bitterness and resentment through the years of things that I've gone through. And also I literally just had postpartum depression. Like there was something chemically off balance. And so we kind of mix all of those things together. It kind of creates something that could be pretty, I mean, deadly. Can we be real? I think probably the worst part about it all was just the fact that I wasn't being honest with myself. I wasn't being honest with my doctor. I was trying to just like put on this facade of like somebody I'm really not. And I feel like a lot of my time on YouTube has been that too. Don't get me wrong, I feel like I'm still the same person I've always been, but definitely when it came to showing you guys my day-to-day life, sometimes I would just kind of fake it for the camera, you know, because that's kind of what you're supposed to do when you're on YouTube. And so that's another one of the reasons why I stopped doing daily vlogs, is because I felt like I wasn't being 100% truthful to you guys. Like I was really not okay. And I've learned so much about myself through the short amount of time, and I'm still learning. That's the part that makes these kind of videos hard to film, because it's like, I'm supposed to tell you guys that I'm 100% okay and that I feel great and that I never ever have thoughts of harming myself, or I never have depression thoughts, like, because I have all of those things still. And I think when it's something that you've struggled with for as long as I have, which has pretty much been my whole entire life, you can't just let it go with medication or therapy or yoga or praying or whatever, you know, like it's still gonna follow you, and you have to find ways to combat it. And I know I'm a Christian, so I know that Jesus is fully capable of restoring, of healing, and all of that stuff. But I think as a church, we need to be real with each other too, and we can't shrug off this stuff as like, I'm okay, yeah, because I got Jesus. Like, okay, that's great that you have Jesus, but how are you really? And that's something I didn't even realize was really something that I did a lot, but I did, because it's kind of what we do in the church. But anyway, that's kind of a different it's kind of a different subject and a different topic. I definitely feel like if there's one thing that's been consistent throughout this last year of just the struggling and the ups and downs, it would be the fact that I do have a relationship with Jesus. And I don't want to force this upon you guys or anything like that. I'm just sharing my perspective with you guys. Actually, last night I was cuddling with Jude in his bed, trying to get him to go to sleep. And there's this like music that we play every night for him and Eden. It's this lullaby CD that we got at my baby shower when I was pregnant with Eden. The words are so pure and simplistic and true, but they're like things that we forget so often because we're adults and we don't have like that childlike faith anymore. One of the songs came on last night, and for some reason the words like hit me like a pile of bricks, more so than they ever have before. I just pulled it up on my phone so I could read the lyrics to you guys, but I'll just read like the first part. When your sky is cold and lonely and your heart is filled with fear, I will wrap my arms around you, know that I am here. And I will keep you safe and sound through the darkness that surrounds. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Know that I am with you. You'll never be alone. As it goes on, I just feel like it got more and more emotional for me. And like I said, it's a song that I've heard like a million times at this point, but something about it, when I was thinking of, you know, what to talk about in this video and kind of what to say to update you guys, I felt like I needed to mention that song. So I'll link it down below in the description box. For anybody who struggles with depression or any kind of, you know, mental illness like this, I think these words are just so important to hear. You know, like we're not alone, and no matter what we do or no matter what we think about ourselves or no matter how we feel about ourselves, we're loved and we're cherished, and you may not see it now or you may not see it for a long time, but you're important. And that's really why I'm making this video right now, because even when I was thinking about making this video, I'm like, does anybody actually care about my mental well-being? I feel like sometimes I talk about it too much, but I feel like it's important to talk about because I want you guys to be able to go seek help. If you're struggling, I want you to go get help. I know for some people who struggle with anxiety or depression, they would rather be alone. And for me, it's kind of the opposite because I don't trust myself when I'm alone and I'm in that dark place. I have to have joy, I have to have support, and I have to have love. I'm definitely on the road to personal growth and healing for all those things that I told you about in the beginning that I'm personally struggling with. Healing is one of those tricky things that you just can't snap your fingers and you're normal again, because with healing oftentimes comes with forgiveness and for moving on and not necessarily forgetting what happened to you or what you've been through, but being able to forgive whoever's wronged you. You know, forgiving a person isn't even for them, it's for you, because it can really take you hostage and make you feel totally isolated and alone. I've always wanted this channel to be an open discussion, an open forum where you guys are able to talk about your struggles, you're able to talk about these things amongst each other. That's my hope with this video, is that it will just kind of create some conversation with some of you. And maybe it's not in the comment section because that's such a public place, but like I said, maybe it's just like deciding to tell your husband or your boyfriend or your mom or your dad that you're struggling, or going to your doctor and being like, I can't do this on my own. It's perfectly okay to admit that to yourself. You're a human being, you're loved, and you deserve to be healthy again in your mind. It's been a really long year, and I can't wait to share with you guys additional things that I've learned as we talk more about these kinds of things. I had plans to film this about 2 weeks ago, and then the next day I woke up and I was so down that I was basically in my bed for 2 days. And that's kind of the reality of it. That's where I'm coming from. I don't feel like I can say anything or be like, I have all the answers to cure your depression, because I just don't feel like, I don't feel like that should be the goal, is to cure it and make it go away, because you're always gonna have episodes where things reoccur or they come back up or something like that, or you're triggered in some way. So I think the conversation needs to be more of like, how can we handle it in the moment when it does happen? And something now that I'm trying to incorporate in my own life as a busy mom, sorry, I can never film in quiet, is to make sure that I spend moments for myself, pampering myself, or just investing in myself, and having time to myself and being able to just have those moments. And I know it feels impossible as a mom, but like, we have to have those moments, you know, or we're gonna go crazy. We're just gonna go crazy. And if you're struggling with mental health, or you're struggling with finding yourself to be the amazing person that you are, you need to like take out these sections of your day and do it for yourself. I know it feels selfish, but it's not. It's self-care, and it's important. And I've just gotten to that realization in like the last few months, because I feel like it's common sense, and I'm still getting macaroni and cheese thrown at me. So I gotta go. If you guys have any questions or you want me to talk about anything in depth, about what I just said, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, and my goal is to do more of these heart-to-hearts with you guys. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you are new so you don't miss any videos coming up, and we'll talk to you guys in our next video. Remember that you're awesome, you're loved, and you're cherished. And if you're not feeling it right now, just watch this video a million times to remind you, because someone has to tell you.